So with Wave 2 due in October, and that's going to impact both the Power Platform and Dynamics 365, what can we expect as far as change is concerned?
So as with everything with Microsoft at the moment, it's all about the co-pilots. So they are peppering them absolutely everywhere. So previously we've had them introduced more in the maker world. So users are already able to describe an app that they want, and a co-pilot will generate a basic Canvas app for them. And Microsoft are really just building on that. So the already introduced Sales Copilot and Service Copilot, they're being expanded. So there's more prompts supported, that kind of thing. In fact, we were doing a demo the other day about drafting emails, and there's now Copilot embedded straight within the email composer, and it will take into consideration things like knowledge-based articles, linked, and all of that kind of world. So lots and lots of Copilot, lots of AI. That's not the whole story. There are other features peppered in, mostly for the maker community and the admin community. So key things, you can now link an activity to multiple records. So historically, the regarding field was limited to one record. So you kind of file, if someone emailed you about 3 cases, you just had to decide on which case to put it against. You will now be able to link it up to multiple. The ability to undelete data. So if a user ignores the dialogue saying, "Are you sure you want to delete?" clicks delete, and then goes, "Oh no, I didn't want to delete that." Historically, it was gone. Now there will be a time period where you can get that back. So there are little admin-y things and more kind of, I would say, more techie things, more things that are interesting to the administrators from a user point of view. There's not really anything groundbreaking. They'll just see some more Copilot presence. And as time grows, that's just going to get bigger and bigger. So it's worth having a play with and having an explore, but it probably won't change the world for many organizations.
So with Wave 2 coming in October, are there any deprecations or any changes that customers should be made aware of? And if so, how can customers get a view on what that impact is likely to be on their system, if any?
Okay, so there's nothing that is major that's being deprecated. Everything is reliant on customers staying up to date, though. So any deprecations generally are flagged a couple of rollouts earlier. So if there were any, it would be the ones that were flagged kind of last year. Remember, Microsoft do this twice a year. There's an Easter release and an autumn release. And it's worth just staying on top of running the solution checker, just making sure that the code that you've got in your system is up to date. You're not going to be in danger of kind of high priority issues. If you're not up to doing that yourselves as an organization using Dynamics, then engage your partner. Do it at least once a year. You don't necessarily have to do it twice a year, but certainly once a year you should be looking to do that. Microsoft give you, I think it's a month. So prior to the rollout of the update, you have a month where you can install that on your test environments, and a month before that, the release notes are released. There's a lot of release notes. The Power Platform is huge these days. It's not just Dynamics anymore. These things touch upon Business Central, the Power Platform itself, the Dataverse, Power BI. Everything is in these wave releases. So it's a good idea to try and stay on top of those release notes, because what affects one user organization may not affect another. Everyone uses the platform in a different way. But yeah, definitely keep on top of those assessments, engage with your partner, and just make sure you're ready for it.